Let the bird do some talking.
You what? Well, come here a minute. Come on over here again. You want to talk now? Huh? Say careful. When I say careful. Okay, I'll quit it. Now you talk some? Now you gonna talk some more?
Hello.
Is that all you know how to say is hello?
Hello.
Get your picture book over here.
Good night. I'm going to bed, Grandma and Granddad. Goodbye.
What is it, a cow? Horse? Horse? Goat? Where's the puppy dog? Kitty cat? Where's the kitty cat? Quiet down a little bit here and just tell me what it is now. Where's the donkey? Where's the donkey? Where's the donkey and a chicken? Find us a kitty cat over here. Tell us what it is. It's a sheep, isn't it? What do you tell Miss Kitty? Ta-ta? Ta-ta. Yeah. Ta, love. Ta, love. You're not eating pork right now.
Thank you.
See. What'd you say? Did Dale go to bed? Did Dale go to bed? Dale went where? Dale go to bed? Do you want to go to bed? You don't? Where's your pajamas? Hmm? Where's your pajamas? Huh? Where's your pajamas? Huh? Where's your pajamas? You want them? You want them? Say I don't want. Say I don't want. Say I don't want. Leave you alone? Well, I think he's just about talked out. You just not want to talk at all, are you, Tim? You just won't say anything at all, would you? All right, well, he's over playing. We'll try to talk a little more here. I didn't know what a good job Bill did while I was gone out to sign in. Come back, about 3/4 of the tape was gone. Between her and Dale, we might get this, both sides of this thing filled up. She's still over there on the sweater. Just about her second start on the thing, I think, but it's really looking good now.
Boiling action. Now, Hoover action really gets close clean. This is the exclusive pulsative boiling action that you get when you buy a Hoover washing machine.
Boiling action, water action, wash it clothes thoroughly, gently. See the Martyr Supermatic with exclusive pulsator boiling action.
Boiling action! Only Hoover has it.
We are the Oval team, it's happy girls and boys. We wake each morning bright and giggle, we enjoy our work and play. We all like the song and story, won't you share our joy? And in the book we're more than kingdom, play and children would be sweet, because we all drink Oval team. We're happy girls and boys.
More time to give to her family, because now she doesn't waste time drying dishes. She's cut out rinsing, cut out drying. Because with Lux Liquid, dishes dry themselves. Watch this.
One squeeze of Lux Liquid and grease dissolves away. Not just quickly, but completely. So completely that this is how they dry. No sign of grease, no powdery smears. Dry, sparkling, beautifully clean. And Lux Liquid is so kind to the hands.
She's found more time for things that matter. Because with Lux Liquid, her dishes dry themselves. Lux Liquid, the modern way to do your washing up. Clear, golden, sparkling baby sham.
I'd love a baby sham.
Baby sham, the happiest drink in the world. The genuine champagne berry. Baby sham.
Your next visit to the world's greatest variety theatre is next Sunday evening at 8 o'clock for another Valpino Sunday night at the London Palladium. Starring at the top of the bill next week is Britain's leading female vocalist, the girl they call the Tiger Bay Tigress, the girl whose act is calculated to sizzle your cathode tube. Yes, I am talking about Shirley Bassey. Your date with Shirley Bassey is next Sunday evening at 8 o'clock in Sunday night at the London Palladium. Now, coming back to this evening, in just about 2 hours from now at 11 o'clock, we shall bring you another edition of ABC of the North. Appearing in the program tonight is this man. Yes, Coon-in-Chief Spike Milligan, famous for his own brand of comedy. But Spike has another claim to fame because he's also a famous sportsman. What's the sport and what's he doing in the North? Well, ABC of the North looks at the secret sporting life of Spike Milligan at 11 o'clock tonight. Now, in just a few moments, it'll be time for the latest news. It's the weekend and you're watching ABC. It's news time now, 9 o'clock. Hello, good evening. Tonight the Queen is on her way to the jungle retreat near Jaipur, where a tiger hunt has been arranged for her tomorrow. Today's crowning moment was her arrival at the Maharaja's palace in Jaipur, riding in a howdah on top of a 15-foot elephant and escorted by bullock carts, camels and horses. Queen looked a little nervous as she climbed aboard the elephant, but once on top she recovered her composure and enjoyed the ride.
President Prasad headed the party waiting at Palam Airport near Delhi to greet the Queen and the Duke as they left their Britannia yesterday. With Dr. Prasad were the Indian Vice President, Dr. Radhakrishnan, and the Prime Minister, Mr. Nehru. The Queen wore an ice blue satin coat and flower petal hat. The Queen and President drove into Delhi in a black Mercedes. The crowd lining the road and clustered on every vantage point was put at over 1 million. When they visited Gandhi's memorial, the Queen and the Duke, following custom, put on velvet slippers. The royal wreath was made of 500 white roses. Before leaving, the Queen was presented with a spinning wheel designed by Gandhi while in prison.
Here in London, Mr. Anthony Armstrong Jones starts his new job tomorrow. This weekend, he and Princess Margaret have been staying with friends in the West Country.
Their hosts were Mr. Jeremy Fry and his wife at Widcombe Manor near Bath. Ahead lies the trickiest part of the route, the treacherous mountain roads beyond Charbonnières. Neville Jackson of Time Tease Television spoke to Gordon Wilkins.
So far. Oh, just dismal. Lots of drizzling rain. Fairly heavy snow up over Bowersmoor before Scotch Corner. It's sticking on the road and it's blanking out the cat's eyes so that you have to put the fog lights on to see the verges of the road.
That's all, my dear. Good night.
The finest beans and carrot through, especially frozen just for you. Make it, and the taste comes through. Fresh, coffee pot fresh. See it, smell it, taste it, drink Maxwell House, coffee pot fresh.
Maxwell House is new and improved. Now it's coffee pot fresh.
Shopping for washing powders in Plymouth's largest department store, Cooperative House, we found Mrs. Liddon. Mrs. Liddon, what do you look for in a washing powder?
I'm looking for whitening.
Will you come and judge a Daz washing test for us?
Yes, I would like to.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Liddon, when we met in the supermarket, you said that you look for whiteness in a washing powder.
Yes.
Now, here are 2 hours of your own washing. Tell me which powder you choose.
That's this one.
You made up your mind very
Yes,
quickly.
yes, you can see it straight away. This one is the whitest.
This one is the whitest.
Yes.
That card will tell you which washing powder you chose. You chose Daz. That was washed in brand X. Thank you, Mrs. Liddon. This is the reason why. Daz and only Daz has the blue whitener, and you chose the Daz wash pile. You'll choose Daz too. Just try it once and see the difference in whiteness yourself.
When the wind has a bite, and you feel like a bite, then bite on a whole nut. Cadbury's Whole Nut, the chocolate that gives you something to bite on. Christmas whole hazelnuts in Cadbury's milk chocolate. That's Cadbury's Whole Nut, the chocolate that gives you something to bite on. When the day's got a bite, and you feel like a bite, then bite on a whole nut, the chocolate that gives you something to bite on. Cadbury's Whole Nut.
Thought you might like a little the English advertisements that we get on television over here. 5 minutes of the news. That's about the same type of advertising we have at home. It sounded strange to us when we first got over here because of the words and what have you. But the news is pretty good. They've had quite a bit of coverage over the inauguration tonight. The first night we hadn't heard some more on it. I was hoping they might have something about it tonight. But the Queen's kind of run us Kennedy off the news headlines over here now. Now she's got to India. Jane, how you doing in school? Just about 1 more year left. Are you studying real hard and making good grades, or are you just going to play around here this last year? What do you plan to do when you get out of school? Do you still plan to go to school and learn to be a teacher or a nurse? You never have let us know here. Last time I heard you was hoping to win you a scholarship so that you could go to college. Is this what you still plan to do? Wonder how you doing over in Amarillo. Glad I got to hear you and your family on the tape. And hope you get to make some more with Mother and Dad when they send them over again. We'll try to stop by and see you in September when they're on their way into Tucumcari. But in the meantime, you could do a little help to us by urging Mother and Dad to get that ticket and get on that boat or plane and come on over here. Tape way. Tell him he ought to get a shotgun and come over here too, because he's never seen the like of pheasants and quail in all his life as we have over here. Every morning on the way to work, we pass 5 or 6 alongside the road, and they're just almost gentle compared to like that back home. But to hunt them over here, you have to be almost a member of the aristocracy, because all the hunting rights belong to the landowners, and they're mostly all leased up to these big rich people. And you almost have to be a member of a club or in with a family that owns the land before you can hunt. However, I think that's one reason that there's so many birds over here. As far as deer hunting, that's out, because it costs something like 100 pounds. About the only place that you can go to hunt's up in Scotland. And that's just a little too rich for my blood, so I'll just have to wait till we get back home. Dad, you asked about picking you up one of those New English versions of the New Testament. Well, I inquired at a bookstore downtown, and they won't be for sale until sometime in March. But when they come out, I'll pick you up one. The Old Testament, they don't expect to be completed for another 7 to 10 years. They just completed the New Testament, and I've read some extracts of it that they had in the paper, and the extracts they've shown have been very little change for them, except the wording or the type of word that they might use. But as soon as it come out, I'll pick you up a copy of it, either mail it home to you or as far as coming home is concerned, I guess it's definitely we'll be home in September, if not August. But because of this dependence shift and all this gold that the GI are spending overseas, where they're trying to ease the number of dependents we have over here, and this is one of the maneuvers good, is by forecasting a little bit early and curtailing any dependents move coming overseas. So about another year or two, they'll have us cut down to the number over here that they want to have left. I've read several articles that people have mailed over here from the States telling about all this high living that the GIs over here are able to do, and how they're far beyond their means and everything. But it kind of makes me a little angry, because if these people would come over here and look, it's true that the American serviceman might have a little bit more than the average Englishman, but by the same token, the American civilian had much more than an Englishman. When you stop to think that between 10 and 15 and 20 pounds, which is between about $30 and $56 a week, is a very high income over here. But then you can see how our prices, our standard of living back home compared with the British over here, even because the cost of living over here is not very much cheaper at all. I'll admit that the rent on a house is quite a bit cheaper than to rent a television. There's an article in the paper tonight showing where it costs 2 shillings and so many pence a week for a council house rent. Well, it's the same people living in the house was paying 9 shillings a week to rent a television. This again is your socialist government at work. But as far as all this gold that's going out, I'm gonna have to start looking around the house and see if we got some of it around here.
Hello, Godmother. Hello, Godmother. Hiya.
Now you go ahead and tell them what you want to tell them.
Yeah.
Talk to them, son.
Hello.
Sound like a good boy.
I'm people.
Help mother.
I'm
Help daddy.
I'm nice.
Help Dale.
I'm no.
I'm a big little helper.
I bet I'm there.
I'm almost big enough to go to school.
I am up at good lesson Wednesday.
You want to sing the song?
Yeah?
Come on, talk to them a little bit.
What?
You
No.
got pretty good.
Wednesday. Wednesday.
What are you going to talk to them?
That's there.
Talk to them a little bit. Do you want to go out outside and play?
Yeah. I got I buy.
Do you want a spanking?
Yeah.
Do you want a spanking?
I know why I buy.
No thank you?
No, that day.
No thank you. You don't need a spanking. You're a good boy?
Yep.
You are.
Yeah. A people they went that day. Papa got.
You did what?
I go Papa got.
In the car.
Yeah, I got.
What did you see?
Go Papa.
Did you see a boat?
Yeah, boat.
What else did you see?
Boat.
Boat?
Yeah, not boat. Go Papa boat.
Go bye-bye boat.
Yeah, go Papa boat.
Did you see an airplane?
Yeah. People, okay, people, yeah, people, okay. People, okay,
What did the boys do to them? What
this ball,
Hmm?
this ball,
Big ball?
yeah, big ball,
What did they do with the big ball?
I buy.
Well, come here and tell me. Well, don't show me. They can't see you showing.
Okay, ball,
They kick it
yeah, people, go bye-bye.
and they run,
Yeah, last ball,
fall down.
yeah, bye-bye. Go bye-bye.
Well, if this is a television set, well, you can sure show them how to kick a football.
Bye.
Okay, just a minute. Well, hello there. So we'll get this tape started, maybe get it in the mail tomorrow. We got your tape Friday and 2 letters, so we're hit the jackpot. Sure was glad to get the tape and the letters. But Jane, next time you remember it's a long way over here, so send them by air. But even at that, it only took it about 3 weeks, so that's not too bad. But next time send her by air, okay?
Okay?
Didn't realize it was so long before in between letters at that time, and but I promise you that we won't let it go so long between writings or between tapes this time. But we shouldn't have much longer to do this taping and writing, so try to get you one off at least once every 6 months between now and the time we come home. And speaking of coming home, I don't know where you got what papers you've been reading, but I sure wish that reporters would pass the word out to the Air Force, because as of yet, we hadn't had anybody leave from here to go home, and on the contrary, we got dependents coming over every day. So where these newspaper reporters are getting their information from, I don't know, but they're not getting it from the Air Force. The date of departure isn't set firmly. It'll be sometime in December. As far as where we're going, we should be hearing any time now about where my new duty station will be. Now, as soon as I get that, they'll give me a sheet of paper, and I'll have to fill it out, tell them how much household goods and whole bags I have to ship and where I want to go to, and also about what part of December I'd like to travel in. So then they'll have to cut orders and everything, and I'll know the exact date I'm scheduled to go home. But the way it stands now, it's still December, and you can pretty well bank on to being there before Christmas, because I plan on there, tell them I want to go 1 o'clock on the 1st of December, which is 1 minute past midnight on the 1st of December. So if I'm lucky, our Date of rotation will be sometime the first part of December, and plenty of time to get us home for Christmas. And speaking of Christmas, we're going to have to collaborate with you just a little bit on helping Santa Claus find the kids there in Tucumcari. We're all doing well over here, all well now. Bill and Tim had a little set-to with tonsillitis and bad colds and everything, but they're back on their feet again. Bill had a real bout with tonsillitis one of these days. I think I'll take her down and clip him out for her. She won't have any more of this trouble. I don't know whether she made Tim sick or Tim made her sick or what, but both of them was moping around here for about off and on now for about 2 weeks, but they're both back out just as fat and sassy as ever. So I hope we get our winter sickness out of the way before winter sets in. And it looks like over here we're liable to have an early winter. And from what you say and what I read in the papers, why, I know good and well that winter started early back home. I noticed in the Stars and Stripes where in Colorado they've already had 18, 19 inches of snow. Quite a bit of it fell in Denver. But even though it's wet and cold, I sure would have loved to seen that snow in Denver and stand there and watch it rain out your front window. We still haven't had any real, what you call a real nice summer, but the weather hadn't been really bad either. It's just been just on the verge of being miserable, but not awful. I sure will be glad when we get back to something, no matter what it is, that a little bit more like what we're used to back home. This summer rather, has been what I've always had the idea that a summer in England would be like. Some days it's real pretty, the sun will shine and it'll be warm enough to go without a coat outside, but you can't count on it lasting too long. If you get up in the morning and the sun is shining bright and it's nice and warm, well, and you decide to go to the beach, but you think you'll wait till this afternoon when it gets a little bit warmer before you go over, why, you're just wasting your time. But this afternoon it might be rainy and foggy. So this is really, from what I've always heard, a typical English summer. I mean, it comes in spells, about 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours a day, then it goes back to typical autumn. We've even had a few foggy days and mornings here. But I just hope that this weather like it is will be the worst we have in between now and the time we come home. But I'm afraid we can look forward to quite a bit of fog and possibly even some snow before we leave. As you could probably tell by Tim's introduction on this tape, he seems to improve quite a bit with his talking. I don't know whether it's just our imagination or not, but he really has got down and started trying to talk in earnest now. We can understand him. Whether you can, I don't know, but we're really proud of the way he has started talking, and at the rate he's going, by the time we'll get home, why, he might be talking as good as Dale was at this age. But we was getting a little bit apprehensive about what was taking him so long. Sure was sorry to hear about Richard and him getting in the shape he's in, and hope that by now he's back on his feet and in a better state of mind so that he won't be apt to do anything like that again. Some friends of ours over here had a bit of hard luck. The Spoggies, you've heard us mention him quite a few times. He worked for me in South Dakota. Been married, he got married over here, and they have one little baby and another one on its way. But they had been buying quite a bit of furniture and a stereo set and tape recorder and stuff of this sort. And went down to the commissary yesterday at Alconbury to buy our groceries and stopped by their house to see them. Drove up to the house there, and there wasn't no roof on the house, wasn't no walls on the inside. We finally found the people that they had been renting from, and found that the house had burned down while they had been away on leave. They lost all of their stuff. The fireman or someone was able to get the refrigerator and washing machine out, but I haven't talked to Spoggy or his wife yet, because they're in Liverpool now, where she is with her mother. But I imagine that's quite a shock to come home from leave and vacation, thinking that you're going to bed down for nice rest and find out there wasn't no house, no bed, no nothing left. But sure was sorry to see it happen to them. It seemed like an awful hard-working, nice couple. Well, tomorrow Dale becomes an adult. He's 8 years old. And, he's already told Bill that now that he's almost 8 years old, thinks she ought to start treating him a little bit more grown up, and shouldn't have to scold him so much. If I can talk him into coming over here and saying a few words and quit fussing with Tim, why, I might be able to solve a little war. Stand by here. Dale, you'll come over and talk to grandmother a minute? You'll come over and talk to grandmother a minute? You don't know what to talk about. Well, you watch tomorrow. Huh?
Now I know.
Well, now you know what's going to happen tomorrow and the next day. I want you to sit down here and start telling me something.
Well, what's after tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, school starts.
Yeah.
Well, sit down and talk about it.
Hello, Grandmother. I missed you a lot, and I'd like to tell you something about tomorrow. Tomorrow is September 11th, and that is my birthday. And I'm gonna be 8. 8, you mean. And I'm gonna invite 2 of my friends. That's Butchie and Holly. To my house, and then we're gonna go to the skating rink down here in Lincoln, and we're gonna go to the beach too. And after tomorrow, after my birthday, on September the 12th, our school begins. And that's the day I'll be back to school, because I missed school from, and well, how can I do it when I did something else on the thing? How can I when the tape's just running around? Yeah. And hello, Jackie. I only had 2 new comics that when you asked me last Friday, and one was about Daffy Duck when he was blowing a flute, and another one was about Tom and Jerry and a little mouse called Tuffy. And Jackie, how are the honey toads? Because I'd like to see 2 of them, if you would send me 2, please.
One might get lost,
And Jackie, I'd like to tell you something else, that on September the 10th, I got a gift from a big boy that I always play with. His name is Bob Henry, and it's called Pinball. And you pull back this thing, and then you press back this other lever, and then the ball comes up, then you shoot it. And it goes around, and the bell rings, and the light goes on, and there's a thing that turns around, and you can always reset it. And there's a little batter, and you just press it.
Well, we had a bit of a war here now. One of them's happy and one of them's unhappy. I'll give you one guess who. We'll get him back on here a little bit, Jackie, and have him talk to you some more. Tell you about his game and his pinball machine. Maybe with just a little bit of coaxing, he might tell you some of these games he played with his little English friend. He's about to get in some trouble over there. Oh, Jackie, hello.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, Jackie. Hello,
Hello,
Marcia.
Dad. Hello, Mother.
Ask him what they've been doing.
I am the bag.
We don't mind that too much, do we? Okay? Tell Dale to act like a big boy.
I did both.
Say, don't act like a little baby. Say, don't act like a little baby.
Baby.
Say little baby.
Baby.
Don't talk such a close sound. Let's smile like that. Say, now leave it down there, Tim, or I'm going to have to take it away from you. Okay? What are you doing? Tim? What are you doing?
I did though.
You beating Dale? You feeding Dale?
No.
Huh?
No.
You know what? Huh? Know what? Know what?
No.
Know what? No thank you, you don't want anything to eat. You want a spanking? But you don't quit kicking me, you're gonna get a thing. Why don't you go fight Dale? Leave me alone. Hmm? Hey, why don't you go fight Dale? Leave me alone. Yeah. Okay. Watch out. Be careful with it now. Well, I got them out of my hair, so I'm gonna start talking a little bit more here, maybe. Well, here we really start this thing back again. It's a week later, but yeah, sort of glad I waited because now we've got a lot of good news to tell you. All about coming home, where we're going, and all this. Guess where we're going. I ought to keep you in suspense here, you know, and make you wait till the end of the tape to find out where I am going, but I'm pretty sure if I did that, why, you'd just turn the tape over and play the tail end of it to find out where we are. Well, we got the word day before yesterday that we'll be going to Vandenberg Air Force Base out in California way. Then yesterday, we got our station assignments. I mean, exactly what outfit on the base we was going to. And I got the 1st Strategic Aerospace Division at Vandenberg. That's the headquarters for all the missile outfits all over the world. So it'll be the first headquarters type job I've ever had. I don't know how I got this one, but it'll be different, but it might be good for me. And it looks like I won't have to sweat out these far-flung places like Prescott, Maine, and Plattsburgh, New York, and some of the others of this sort. It's not quite as close to Denver, but as Denver. And I don't think I would have volunteered for it, but now that we got it, why, I guess we'll smile and try to make the best of it. Better to make the best of it than not like it and just have a miserable time while we're out there. We got a couple of 3 pamphlets on the surrounding areas of California and on Vandenberg itself. And I guess it is a little bit high out there. Timmy, put that down. It is a little bit high in the way of cost of living and property and rents and all this. But, Timmy, now don't do that now. But, I guess we can make it go out there. Timmy, just a minute. I want to write him down. Now, okay, you tell grandmother hello. Here, I've got it all fixed up for you. Don't you want to talk now? Now, don't cry. Don't let grandmother hear you crying, okay? Okay. Well, he's unhappy right now. We're back to Vandenberg. Almost all of our people over here that I came over with have got their assignments, and I guess this would be one of the best assignment out of the whole bunch. Sergeant Gowdy and myself is the only ones that got this headquarters division level assignment. The rest of them got assignments to different squadrons, and they may or may not be at Vandenberg very long. But my assignment is, I guess, as permanent type of assignment as you can find in the Air Force. But that, I mean, I'm not apt to move 6 months after I get there. But it does put me in a pretty good spot where that if there is an opening ever comes up for Denver, why, I'll be probably the first one to see it and might have to be able to put my name in for it. But we're not going to Denver, we're going to California, so might as well clue you in about what we know about it. And this little booklet we got about Vandenberg shows that it's 25 miles from Santa Maria, California, 55 miles from Santa Barbara, and 155 miles north of Los Angeles. It says, if you look at a map and go right up the coast north of Los Angeles, you'll see a little pretty good sized peninsula that sticks out, a little fat one sticks out in the ocean. Well, that's Vandenberg. Nearest town of any size is Lompoc. I'd never heard nothing about Lompoc until the missiles come into being, but read quite a bit of sense. And, they have a lot of flowers, and the country seems real pretty. And I think, with the exception of not getting to go to Denver and having planned on it, why, this is the only bad thing about it is high cost of living. Now, just a minute, I gotta go talk to Tim. There's also a lot of hunting and fishing, and it's, as much as right on the beach, why, there's a lot of ocean to see. And one thing that I plan to see, where the kids want to go or not, I'm sure they will be, is that's Disneyland. Ever since I've heard about it, I've always wanted to see Disneyland. And now that Dale and Tim are right size to see it, why, I'll have a good excuse to go down there and take a look at it myself. I don't know whether Bill wants to go or not, but us boys leave her home if she don't want to go. As far as how far from Tucumcari it is, it's According to this little Tucumcari road deal I have here, it's 1,000 miles from Tucumcari to Los Angeles, and 155 miles north. But with all this four-lane superhighway, well, that's not going to be a bad drive at all. And actually, what's the matter now? But it'll be just a little bit further than from Rapid City, but a lot better driving. I think Dale is awful anxious to get out there. We'll show this one Vandenberg pamphlet showed that they had 8-year-olds up. They had a football team, baseball team, basketball team, and they even had these little midget racers for them to run around in. And with the base, the size and everything Vandenberg is, it probably will be real nice. They have new commissaries and hospitals and all that bit there. And yeah, I've already told them where it is. I don't remember how far Bakersfield and San Bernardino were away. Bakersfield wasn't too far to the north and east, but there's a lot of pretty good sized towns within easy driving distance, and Los Angeles will be, we're 10 miles off the big divided highway, or freeway that runs between San Francisco and Los Angeles. So getting around will be a pretty easy deal. The climate there in Lompoc, they say the average high is 74 and the average low is 54. And it's just quite a bit of difference between Lompoc weather and Santa Maria weather and Santa Barbara weather. But how different, I don't know. We'll know when we get there. But whether we'll live in Lompoc or not, still don't know. Because they say that rent and everything like that is awful high, but we don't want to rent, we want to buy someplace. But yeah, the rent is too out of proportion. Maybe the price of the house would be too far out. But if we get out there and look around, why Santa Maria being 25 miles away from the base, why that wouldn't be too far to drive to work, especially if we meant being able to buy our house. But we'll have to do a lot of planning when we get there, and have to look the land over before we do make up our mind. But we're going out with the idea to buy, because it looks like it is a permanent assignment. But win, lose, or draw, I'd rather buy a place than pay $100 a month rent, and that seems to be the going rate for unfurnished apartments out there. Looks like pretty plush assignment, because right there on the Vandenberg, because of the type of work most people involved in, I guess, they've got a full branch of the University of California. I mean, they can give you a degree right there that counts as a resident part of the University of California. So if I get there and we get located close to the base and everything, it'll be a real easy matter to go ahead and try to finish up and get me a degree. Might be wishful thinking, but I'd sure like to give it a try, because I only got about 4.5, 5 more years before I quit with 22 total, so that's not too far off. As far as exactly what I'm going to be doing, I'm still kind of at a loss. Like I told you, I was assigned to a division, which is the highest part of the missile outfit. All the missile outfits throughout the world comes under the 1st Missile Division, and what they want with me there, I don't know. Don't have the foggiest idea what I'll be doing, but it will be a blue-collar type job with working Class A's, so I guess I'll have to throw my fatigue away and buy me some more Class A's, and learn how to comb my hair and tie my tie again. Now, as to when you can expect us home, we filled out our number of day leave we wanted, and all this bit about when we would like to come home, and we put down there that we'd like to leave here in the first week in December. So military being what it is, they get you over here on time, but they get you home at their advantage. But it will be the first part of December that we'll be home. Exactly when, don't know. Won't know for maybe 30, possibly even 40 days exactly what date I'll be scheduled to leave here on. But I asked for the 6th, that's a Wednesday. That's when they have some of the nicer flights, some of our big jets, military jets, and I always wanted to fly one of them. So put down on a Wednesday, so we might have a track at that. But it'll be the first part of December, and so it does look like we'll be home for Christmas. It'll be a little late for Thanksgiving. But you just save some of that food and we'll eat it up Christmas. So we're going to have to use you to help us get our Santa Claus all done because it's going to be kind of hard for Santa Claus to find us, get our letter from over here and find us moved to Gary. So he might send stuff through the mail a little early. So we'll let you know when this kind of stuff is coming up. Yeah, we really are at a loss about what to do about a car now. That little Renault's mighty fine transportation, but Bill kind of frowns on it for it's 3,300 miles from McGuire to Vandenberg, and she don't quite think it'll be very comfortable with two grown kids and her and me in that Renault. As much as I hate to part with it, I kind of agree with her, but also we both agree on the fact that car payments are not real nice, and not wanting to just pay the banker's salary. Just what?
Why?
Water.
Yeah, why?
What are you eating there?
Why?
What are you eating there?
Leg?
Lolly.
Yeah, I.
Can I lick you, Lolly?
Yeah, leg, I.
What Dale doing?
Wow.
What Dale doing?
Leg.
Lick.
Yeah, leg.
What Dale doing?
Leg?
What Dale doing?
Leg.
Where's Dale?
Leg.
Where?
Leg.
Oh, quit being silly. Where's he at? Well, after that little interruption, the tape ran out all of a sudden, so here we go again and try to finish this up. I don't know whether you can tell it or not, but seems to us like Tim is really beginning to improve on his talking, so I guess he really is when it sounds like it does. He's likes to try more, and actually he's really feeling good now. He had a little touch of adenoiditis or whatever you want to call it, and they give him some medicine to help dry that stuff up, so right now he's in real good shape. I think that he and Dale really enjoy that California weather. Whether Bill and I do or not, I don't know. Back to that car, we really don't know what to do about the car. Hate to put out the money for a car when, for a new one especially, but also know that we'll never have a better opportunity to buy a car for the price we can buy it for over here. I think I've told you that I can get the big Chevrolet Impala with the turbo glide engine, the big V8 radio heater and all that kind of stuff for $2,790, or I call it $2,800 for round figures. Well, I know that in Denver the same car was costing around $3,500, so that's about a $700 saving. Now I don't have the least idea what cars are back there now, but I feel sure that if we try to make it Renault last, we'd be dissatisfied with it, and we will be quite away from home. An easy drive and a good car, but a little much to look forward to in a little Renault. And we thought about maybe trying to wait till we got there, dry the Renault, and try to pick us up a good used car, but too often you get stung. And actually, we don't have any information at all over here about what the real status on cars at home is. So what we'll probably do is get us a new car before we leave here. I don't know. We might change our mind before we go to bed tonight, but we might plan on buying a new car here, and maybe if we have to finance a small portion of it to keep enough in the bank to handle a down payment on a house and some furniture, this will be all right too, because a year's car payment won't hurt. I have had a couple of good husky pay raises since I've been over here, and we got most of the real expensive stuff. I mean, well, a house and car and furniture is pretty expensive, but we can't see any other little thing would be one. And we're going to be paying rent, so actually house payments I don't consider payments. I mean, it comes out of your pocket, but still, it's not just like throwing it away. So right now we're all mixed up on what to do about the car, but about the house, we're definitely going to buy one. I think we can go ahead and buy us a car and keep enough money in the bank so that we can lay some money down for down payment on the house and still have enough for down payment on the furniture. I don't know, you've had more experience with this, maybe, what do you think? We've been foolish, but well, I guess we'll do what we always do, wait till the last minute and decide, and then sometime I might be happy about it, next time I might be sad about it. But win, lose, or draw, we'll probably have a new car when we get home. We'll probably try to buy us a house when we get out there. So we ain't much different from these civilians, you know. So we kind of overload ourselves or extend ourselves too sometimes. What I read in the papers, I can save myself a little bit of money because I can get out there and dig my own bomb shelter out in the backyard, or fallout shelter, whatever you call it. Mom, have you got one of them things dug out in your backyard yet? Might not be a bad idea. The way things go around here, the shooting might start any time now. I don't think we're going to start it, but it might be thrown at us. I'd sure hate to see one start, but as long as there's a hole to go climb into and wait for the debris to quit falling, well, I figure I'll come out of this all right, too. I don't really worry about Russia being strong enough to whip us. There's no doubt in my mind that they can't hit us and hurt us real bad, but I think that there's also no doubt in my mind that it'd be like kind of walk up and shooting a man with a slingshot that's at a 45. I mean, you're going to get hurt much worse. And I still believe that maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm connected with it, but I think we can take our own with Russia, but there'll be a lot of innocent people get hurt. So I just soon be lazy and not ever have to practice my trade. So, but even so, I can save that money on a house by building my own bomb shelter, I guess. Dale's back in school and doing real good, I guess. Hadn't seen no report card, and he gets some stars today, and maybe tomorrow he won't get any stars. You want what? You want to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, well tell her. Talk to grandmother. There's grandmother and granddaddy.
Alright.
You go ahead and talk now. Hurry up. Start talking. Wasting time.
Hello?
Tell us.
This?
Hello, who?
This? My.
Grandma?
Yeah.
Okay, hello, who else?
Wait.
Well, tell her. Talk to her.
Great.
What are you going to tell her?
Huh?
What are you going to tell her?
Oh,
Well, tell her something. You tell her about your new wagon? Wagon.
Yeah,
What color is it?
blue,
Hmm?
blue,
Blue.
yeah,
God,
blue.
not blue. What color is that wagon?
Water.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, here, Dale. He'll talk to you a little bit now.
Hello, Grandmother, Granddad, and Jenny. I missed you a lot, and I thought I'd tell you all about California that we're going to go to. And I was going to join the football team, and I thought I might have baseball too. And in that football, I was going to do some tackling, and I got over in England my own football, and I'm learning how to make them spin. You just put your fingers on the thread, then you put your top finger near your thumb on the white line, then you put your thumb on the white line too, and then you throw it on its side, and it'll join out, and then it'll turn straight.
What do you call it? A ball tag?
That was a spinner.
Oh, spinner.
Yeah. And at school, I got a star and 2 points. And a star is 3 points. And I got 5 points. So I got 1 star, 2 points. And you have cockfights there at school, and we have reading books, and I'm on Blue Book 4, and there's a story in it called Samson, when they cut off all his hair. But when
What's this conker bit you talking about? How do you play? What is a conker?
Mother told me not
Well, what is a
to
conker?
tell it.
Tell me what a conker is. Tell me what a
Well,
conker
a conker is a brown thing with something like a gray middle, and you push a snail through. I already said it once, and you get this string you put it through, and then one other person holds a string with a conker on the end, and if you say I-dub's first shot and it's 12 or 6, you get your first shot. And if you bust a conker, that's 8 points, and yours is only 4, you would have 11 points on it. And if it busted with a bigger conker, it might have done, that 11 might have been added onto that big one that had just been put on. Marbles. There's marbles, and we don't play them like we used to over in America. You just put one marble down, and then you throw this other marble at it, and then if you hit it, you get to keep one marble. The other person has to throw another marble, and on trees, there's marbles, and on trees, there's these little flyers, and they're sometimes on there. You can't. And with these flyers, you just throw them up in the air, and they come down, and they spin. And we have other games, and sometimes we play Army, and we're just pretending. And on Thursday, that's today, well, we were playing Army. I was just standing on guard when a boy named Andrew Fallingham, he ran up and tried to stab me with a dagger, but we were just pretending, and he missed me, and I shot him, and he went back, and we held him as prisoners, and we held a few prisoners, and for most of the people that were playing. And today, that's Thursday again, well, I went to a birthday party, and this girl's name, she was 8, and I'm 8 already. Well, she had a party, and I went to there, and we had ice cream and cake, and these big round apple things, but they aren't really apples, and they have sticks in the middle, and you can eat them. And then we had strawberry Kool-Aid with ice, and we played bingo, and we played a game of whispering, and the last one says out what they think.
Hello, are you there? Well, this leaves us all well, and we hope it finds all you well, too. Imagine you're getting a bit of wind off of that storm. It was windy here for a few days when that storm went across Ireland and Scotland. But just a couple of days since then, it's been pretty nice. I sure hope those storms stay away from California, because California, here we come. We were just a bit disappointed when we found out we didn't get Denver, but I guess California's a pretty good second choice. I went out to PX that day, and the girl that works there told me that the assignments had come in and we had gotten California, and that all 4 of us was going, and the 4 that go in November are also going. So it's 8 of the guys up here going to the same base, but they'll be assigned to about 3 different squadrons, I think. And the first thing I said, oh no, not with this lot. And there's some of the girls out there, so they was kidding me about that the rest of the day. And I expected Gus to come in from work pretty disgusted and everything. He'd come in pleased, kindness, fooled me. And he was just thrilled he hadn't gotten Maine, because when they was kidding about going there, they really got to him. And for about 10 or 15 minutes, he thought that he had really gotten Maine. Then someone let the cat out of the bag. And he still wasn't sure, so he called Lake and East, and they told him that the assignments weren't in yet. Sergeant Gowdy's wife had gone out to PX with me, so we went by and told Marty Warner, and then went over to Smith's house and told her. Then we was all sitting over at Smith's drinking tea the rest of the afternoon, and talking about this and that, and one of the girls had been to California. She told us bits about it, and was discussing that it probably none of us would get base housing, and they seem to be quite booked, and a lot of officers have just gone from here to there, and they found it rather hard to get houses. And one lady with 5 children was paying $179 a month plus utilities, and they found a good used house to buy in a hurry, so she couldn't take that for long. And someone's always getting letters from the people that have left here, because small neighborhood, about 30 families here, so we all knew a little bit of everybody else's business. So we're bound to run across people we know out there, if nothing else, the ones that lived across the street. You know, the Williams I wrote and told you about, that had the aunt there in Tucumcari. They went there, and about 6 more of the officers out of the neighborhood here. So it shouldn't seem too strange, but it's just like going to another foreign country, really, from here. All you know is hearsay, and it shouldn't be bad there. They brought home a couple from the base that barred with somebody, and we've been passing them around. And one is about the surrounding area around the base, and the other is about the base. And it seemed pretty interesting. It's rather a new base, like Davis Mountain there at Tucson. When we was there, it was rather new, and you didn't see any large trees and stuff on base like you do on the older bases. And all the buildings will be new and everything, so it should be pretty nice. Base opened in late 58 or 59, and since then that's been the fasting, growing part of the country. And they've been throwing houses up around there by the thousands, but I understand they're the frame houses instead of those beautiful brick like was there in Tucson. And all three of them that are going in December with us definitely plan on buying houses. And me, I want to take a look-see and try to be sure we're going to be there, because I hate to buy one and get settled and have to sell. I'd rather just wait a little longer and be sure, but if we can't find something to rent, we'll just have to try to find something to buy, or I'd even take another good used trailer so I could live in it a few years. Last night we had to inventory our belongings to estimate the crates and boxes and wardrobes that the shippers will need to bring up to pack us out, because we live out in the sticks out here, and they don't bring enough boxes and stuff with them that it holds up your shipment a day or two. We'll probably ship in November, furniture and car. Well, what furniture? Baby bed and a radio is about all we have. Gus and I have got a babysitter for Saturday. We're going to take off and leave the kids and go sightseeing one day. First time since we've been here. We're planning on catching a train about 8 o'clock and going to Blackpool. And we leave there about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night and come back and get home about 1 a.m. And they've got these, what they call, lights on or lights up or something, similar to the Christmas lights there in December in Denver or anywhere. Oh, this is along the seacoast, and we've seen it advertised on television every year, and kept planning to go and spend a night or two and never to get around to it. So saw in the paper where we go for £1 each. That's about $3 round trip. So we just thought the kids would like it, especially Dale, but we thought it wouldn't hurt them to stay home once and let us go sightseeing without lugging them along. Tim always gets tired of walking, and then Gus ends up carrying him, and he kind of spoils the day. And then when they get fussy and cranky, and we just taken them over to the seashore on Dale's birthday, and took a couple of his buddies along with them. And the little boy played with Dale all day, and the little girl played with Tim. Well, the four of them played together too, but when they split, Holly would play with Tim, and they really enjoyed it. There was a little girl that went to school with Dell and a bunch of officers that just left here, and out there at California. They put her in the second grade. A day or two later, they found out she was only 5, so they put her back in the advanced first or something. And her mother wrote and told the neighbor out back. And we all thought that was pretty cute. She went to the same school with Dell, only she was in the first room, you know, the youngest class, and he's in the middle room. Her dad got the same squadron that Gus did. He wasn't supposed to, but then when he got there, there was somebody he knew in the other squadron, and he kind of handpicked him. Seemed like a real nice guy. They're the one with 5 children. They lived out back, and real nice kids. They never bothered us at all. They came and played nice, and Dale played back and forth with them. And she's real nice, and really liked her. I rather dread writing the Lawlesses there in Denver and tell them we won't be there, but I hope we can go up for one weekend, go up on a Saturday and visit with Doris and Eric, and then go to church on Sunday, and go back to Tucumcari Sunday night while we're home. Sure like to see all those nice people again. I have to write and tell her and tell Doris that we won't be to Denver. They'll just have to come out to California and see us. Eric will be coming out there TDY anyway in March, Doris said. He'll be there for 6 months, and she said as soon as Dale was out of school in Denver that they had planned on coming out for a holiday a month or two till his TDY is ended. So it sounds like we'll get to see plenty of them. Should have nice flowers next year if I can just get some dirt to plant them in, because that book said that they raise, I forget what percent. Anyway, a lot of flower seeds for sale, and it named over 6 or 8 flowers that they specially grew, and said it was the second largest growing area there in California on strawberries. That'll please Gus. And said that one of those books listed dozens of parks around there where you could go, and the base is only about 10 miles from the seashore, and it showed numerous lakes and stuff around there that the boys was interested in, and they was anxious to try a little bit of American football. We went down to Alconbury the other day, and we watched the game, and he and Tim both really enjoyed it. Tim and I especially liked the hot dogs, and Dale preferred the popcorn. Gus has been teaching one of our new neighbors how to play bridge. Seemed like a real nice couple from the South, with their southern accent. They've got 2 small children, somewhat younger than Tim. But at night after they go to sleep, then they sneak over, and we've been playing bridge about twice a week. And we haven't played any pinochle in quite a while now. We play pinochle, I forget everything I knew about bridge, and we play bridge, I forget everything I ever knew about pinochle. But I don't know much about either one of them actually, just enough to hold the 4th hand, fill a foursome out. Hey, who gives the driver's tests there in town now? My English license won't be any good there, and my Colorado license have expired, so I'll probably have to take a test all over again. It won't be easy after driving on the wrong side of the road so long, and different rules. I have to. Can you get a hold of a rule book or something so I could study up a bit, or arrange a course through the high school or something for me? Especially if we get a different car and then driving on the other side and everything, I probably won't do so good. Better get a little car so I won't knock the wings off of it. Well, I didn't get this finished off last night, and the boys all went to sleep on me, so I thought I'd let it wait a little while and get Tim to help me finish it off this morning. He wants to talk to you now.
Hello, Grandma.
What's here?
Go to.
Tell her. How did you get to school?
Go to.
How?
Ow.
Yeah, what came by and got him?
Bus guy.
Yeah, tell Grandma. Tell her. School bus.
Cuba, Vete,
Yeah.
Vete,
Tell her.
Boo, boo.
Oh, don't do that. It makes it wrong. Now, tell her you like to read books. Oh, don't. Can you tell her how old you are? We'll count to her then. 1. What's the next one?
2, 3, 30.
How old are you?
The other.
Yeah. Do you want to eat?
Huh?
Do you want to eat?
Huh?
Do you want to eat?
Yeah.
What do you want to eat?
Is right.
Bacon?
Yeah, birthday.
Bacon and what?
Birthday.
No, you do. And what else you want? Some juice.
Great. Yeah, do great.
Oh.
Why? Why?
Do you want to get dressed?
Why?
To play? You want to go play?
What?
No?
Yeah, that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, big.
The last 2 days it's been so nice. Tim's played out all day long. But this morning it's so foggy you can't hardly see across the street, so I don't know if it's going to clear very early or not. Once he gets outside, if it's not windy, he just stays there. But I think he's a slight bit allergic to something. That's what the doctor said. We had him in for a slight checkup. Gus was down there and they had a base alert on. And there's only one doctor on duty, but Tim was having trouble snoring too much at night, you know. So I called the dispensary and they said, well, since we'd come so far to bring him on over and they'd have a look, but they weren't accepting. They'd cancel all the appointments for that day. And he said he was a slight bit allergic to something and it was swelling his adenoids, and said that colds and stuff would help too. And said that if we didn't get that we'd probably have to have him out. And then he says, well, when are you going home? And so we told him in December, and he said, well, it depends on where we went. So I don't think Tim should need him out now, because according to those books, that has a nice even temperature there. But I guess he thought that doctor hadn't been here in England very long. He was taking for granted we hadn't either. So I'm sure glad we're on our way home now instead of on our way over, or Tim would need his tonsils and adenoids out. It really surprised me. I didn't suspect that, because he's never really had any trouble with them. When I had tonsillitis, he had bronchitis. Bye-bye, Fred.